la 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 la. La 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 la. Shabbat Shalom. 125. For those who are joining us virtually, a copy of Mishkan Tefillah, our Sabbath prayer book, can be found under the live stream link. Where has this week vanished? Is it lost forever? Will I ever recover anything from it? The joy of life, the unexpected victory, the realized hope, the task accomplished. Will I ever be able to banish the memory of pain, the sting of defeat, the heaviness of boredom? On this day, let me keep for a while what must drift away. On this day, let me be free of the burdens that must return. On this day, Shabbat, abide together. Help me to withdraw for a while from the flight of time, contain the retreat of the hours and days from the grasp of frantic life. Let me learn to pause, if only for this day. Let me find peace on this day. Let me enter into a quiet world this day. On this day, Shabbat, abide. So I opened by saying Shabbat Shalom because actually that comes even before Shana Tova. But for those brave souls who have just come off of Rosh Hashanah and Yom HaKippurim and finished your fast last night and then show up here again tomorrow, I am so excited to see you in person, to be here and to begin the new year together with you on this Shabbat. Page 129, take a deep breath in and out. Notice what is most precious to you, most beloved. That's what we hold on to and reach for and surround ourselves with on Shabbat.
Love.
Following on paragraph 2 of page 129, leaping for, yearning for, embracing this Sabbath joy. Page 121. Help me perfect my ways of loving and caring. Inspire me to make myself whole so that I may honor your name and create a world of justice and peace. As we celebrate the lighting of the candles, as we bring the light into us and into our hearts, I hold this list of first responders. I will be marking every name and tensioning every name, intentioning and holding in my heart each name of members of our community who are putting their lives on the line to protect others and your loved ones and friends and neighbors. Peace be with you. Shalom Aleichem. We first welcome the candles with the traditional blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
One 138. Paragraphs 1 and 2, 5 and 9. At the 9th paragraph, it is our tradition to stand and face the doors of the sanctuary. You who have arrived here this evening will turn and face the sanctuary doors, welcoming members of our congregation and all who choose to pray with us to safely come and be here on Shabbatot with us.
דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה שמור וזכור ודיבור אחד השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ותפארת ולתהילה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי היא מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך תהילה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה בואי ושלום העטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובתולה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי כלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה
145. Teach me, O Source, to break habits, to learn, to transition into my new soul in this new year. Lamdeni Elohai Barech Vehit Palel.
Teach me, O God, a blessing, a prayer on the mystery of a withered leaf, unripened fruits of fair, on the freedom to see, to sense, to breathe, to know, to hope, to despair. Teach my lips a blessing, a hymn of praise, as each morning and night you renew your days. Lest my days be as the one before, lest routine set my ways. Lamdeni Elohai Barech Vehitpalel Amidet Siftotai Bracha Bracha V'shir Hallel.
Entrances to holiness are everywhere. The possibility of ascent is all the time, even at unlikely times and through unlikely places. There is no place on earth without the presence. la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. 149. Truly, these days after Yom Kippurim are the days and hours of change. Within them we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, my friend, or cross over? These are the hours and days of change, and within them we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my friend, my sister, my brother, or cross over?
Baruch atah Adonai Hamahari v'Aravim.
150. Imagine yourself worthy of receiving infinite, unconditional love.
Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Amcha Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu lemadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shokbeinu Uvkumeinu nasiach bechukecha V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha Uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed Ki hem chayenu Ve'orech yameinu Uvahem negei yoman v'layla Negei yoman v'layla Ve'ahavatcha al tasir Mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael Ohev amo Yisrael
152.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem
154.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Julius Lester teaches Judaism is a doing which can be grasped only by the heart. Adonai Elohechem Emet. 159, a healthy reminder. Redemption, Geulah, salvation, is the Jews' victory over human limitations, ignorance, or insensitivity. It is the conquest of sinfulness, of the evils resident within the self, pride, selfishness, hate, lust, cynicism, the deliberate rejection of goodness and truth. With these guidelines of reaching into an inner landscape and bringing our best selves forward, we hope to actualize the yearnings and the experience of Miriam and Moshe and Bnei Yisrael. 158.
Adona'i mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. Malchutecha uvanecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, ze'elianu ve'amru, ze'elianu ve'amru.
One 161, give us a place to rest. O source HaShekhinah, bring us into Sukkah, in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth, for with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence, acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha. Spread over us your sukkah of peace, over all we love, over our Yerushalayim and yours. On page 160, the third line in Hebrew, or if you choose in transliteration.
Ufros aleinu sukat, sukat shlomecha. Ufros aleinu sukat, sukat shlomecha. Ya lai lai lai, ya lai lai lai, ya lai 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 lai, ya lai lai lai, ya lai lai lai, ya lai 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 lai.
Kol hanshama tehalel ya. With all of my nishima, with all of my breath, I will bring all of my nishama, all of my soul, to this very moment, to this very year, to this very Shabbos, to this very prayer. One 164. Pray as if everything depended on the source. Act as if everything depended on you. Tfilat Amidah Belachash through page 180.
יחיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני צורי וגואלי אדוני צורי וגואלי May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and my redeemer. Yehiyu leratzon imrei fi v'hagion libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri וגואלי Adonai tzuri וגואלי עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 lai
Turning together to page 371. As Alexandra sings the Misha Berach, and you sing together with her, I will be holding all members of our community who are in need of healing in my heart.
Names out. Misha Berach avotenu mikor chabracha limotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Yishebeirach imotenu mikor habrecha liavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
So I imagine that you might feel a little tired. I imagine that you might be wondering, what's up with this Judaism of ours that we go from one holiday to the next? I may have shared this story with you, but you know that I grew up with a very big family. I'm one of 11 children, and I have many big brothers, and they used to take me in the water and push my head under and get my head up quick enough that I wouldn't die. And when I would get my head out of the water and I'd take a breath, they would start pushing me down again. And that's sometimes what I feel like around the holidays, that these amazing holidays, and yet I can't get a breath. Well, if you think that that may feel true for you on this Friday after Yom HaKippurim, when we show up again for Shabbat, I want to bring a tradition to you that you may be aware of, but you should hear, that on Yom Kippur, when we finished Ne'ilah, and when we went home to break the fast, before we break the fast, we are supposed to take out a hammer and begin to build the sukkah. At least a few hammers into building the sukkah. Only once you've begun the sukkah, are you then free to break the fast. Well, I did not do that. I went home last evening at sundown after Ne'ilah, washed my hands and my face, changed my clothes, and did not go to build the sukkah, but immediately went to break the fast with my family. But I did wake up this morning remembering that teaching, and after I got several cups of coffee into me, making up for yesterday, I began to build my sukkah. And I am really grateful to say that my sukkah is completed. I can still add some decorations, but it's up and ready for Monday evening, when Alexandra and I will sit in my sukkah and you will sit in your sukkah or in your dining room or outdoors on your lawn or on your deck, and join us as we do not a live stream, but a Zoom sukkah, so that you can all see one another and we can celebrate together. Sukkot, 4 days after Yom Kippur. On the 15th day of the seventh month, we are told to go and dwell in the sukkah. It's written in the Torah, Leviticus 23:33 through 43. And we learn in this passage that it has historical importance. The Torah tells us we should remember what it was like when we left Egypt and we sheltered in these booths, in these sukkot, as we were traveling from Egypt. you know that Sukkot is one of the 3 pilgrimage festivals: Pesach, Shavuot, and Sukkot. And during this time, it was told that we were supposed to bring an offering to Jerusalem, to the temple, our fall harvest, if you will, a Jewish American Thanksgiving, the Jewish equivalents to an American Thanksgiving. It was about the bounty of the earth, about our sense of gratitude for what we have. Well, I would like to actually share with you and remind you 4 of the names for Sukkot. Chag HaAsif, which means the festival of gathering. Chag HaSukkot, it's the festival of booths. Chag, the holiday par excellence. And Zman Simchatenu, the time of our joy. So yes, Sukkot has a historical importance, an agricultural importance, but more importantly, or as importantly, it is this act of placing our feet on the earth, looking up through the schach to the sky, seeing the stars and the heavens, remembering how small we are and how a sense of humility, of groundedness, is so exquisitely important for us in this time of year. And as you may be building your sukkah at home, or perhaps coming on Sunday, yes, our brotherhood changed the building date from Saturday at 10 to Sunday at 10. If you are available to come and work with the community to put up our sukkah Sunday at 10 a.m., you will notice that the sukkah has 3.5 sides. But half of the sukkah must be open. And we're reminded of Abraham and Sarah, who dwelled in their sukkah, in their booth, in their tent, but always left the sides of their tent open. From Sarah and Abraham, we learn audacious hospitality. We learn what it is to be humble and to welcome others with the biggest open heart, the most open heart one can imagine, into our home. Yes, our home. Because the sukkah, which is by definition a temporary shelter, will be our home for 9 days if you are Orthodox and living in diaspora, or 8 days if you live in Israel or are a Reform identifying Jew. For 8 days, 7 days of creation and another day to begin again, we will dwell in our temporary home outdoors, with our feet firmly planted on the earth, with our hearts open to the expansive sky. Sukkot literally means shelters. Sukkah is a shelter. You heard me say it in Ufros Aleinu, Sukkat Shlomecha. And so while this shelter is temporary, we are instructed to understand that it has everything that we need. The comforts, the gratitude of bounty, the joy, the humility, the hospitality, and especially the sheltering presence of the divine. Because no building, no four walls, no structure, no material thing will provide for us the essential, the ultimate, the necessary shelter. Yes, it is good to have a house and a roof above our heads. It is good to have a Beit Knesset, a synagogue. But all of that is just to get to the essential sense of protection, which is so much bigger than these four walls or any four walls. It is the spirit, the spiritual essence of things. Sukkot is the great reminder of humility, not only with other human beings, but with our stewardship and our responsibility to the earth. How are we doing? What do we need to do to really be in balance? But this year I want to talk about Sukkot with a focus on where we began. Why is it that when we finish these prayers on Yom Kippurim, that before we break our fast, we have to begin the act of building the sukkah? It feels almost achzari, it feels almost rude, cruel. I remember how hungry I was yesterday. Why should I begin to build a sukkah before I break my fast? It's not to be cruel, but it is to make the connection between the words that you spoke in this Beit Knesset all day on Thursday. To make the connection that you are on a journey, that you haven't ended, you haven't landed, you haven't completed it. This is the first day of the rest of the year. This is the first day of the rest of your life. You have identified a direction where you're going with your new commitments, with your new heart, with your new orientation, and your connection to HaShekhinah. We're on a journey. And so even if you are going to be building your sukkah on Sunday or even Monday morning, even if you are going to be dwelling virtually in my sukkah on Monday night and Tuesday morning together with Alexandra and me and the minyan for festival morning Sukkot, remember that this sacred opportunity today is about gathering up our new soul, our new commitment, our new identity. We're not tired. We're just beginning. We are energized. We are ready to go. Hold on to this gift. Understand why Sukkot and Simchat Torah, Zman Simchatenu, are part of Yamim HaNoraim, the days of awe. Because if all we did was speak prayers here Wednesday night and Thursday, and then went on about our way the same way that we were prior to the new year, we would have spoken in vain. We would have missed the point. I assure you that those prayers that ended on Yom Kippurim are not heard. Only those prayers that are spoken on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippurim and are acted on throughout the journey are the prayers that reach the Holy One. Rising together, we turn to the Aleinu on page 587.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא שם חלקנו לייחד את שמו, וגור עלינו להמליך מלכותו. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
591. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding, loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Together, rise up like the sun, O source, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
So tomorrow morning, we will have services here at synagogue at 10 a.m. All are welcomed. You are required to have a vaccine and be prepared to show your vaccination card. If you are an individual, an adult who is eligible for vaccines, all of us will be masking and social distancing here in the sanctuary, and of course, the HEPA filters will be working throughout services. Sunday morning at 10 a.m. on the front lawn, Brotherhood and all of the confirmation class that is able will be building our sukkah. Our Zimit Religious School Learning Adventure begins this Sunday, September 19th. I have here on my sheet that registration is still open. I believe what that means is if you really didn't get your registration in, show up and our amazing director of religious school will get your child into the right class. Bring your registration papers filled out and ready. I imagine that this is the last week that I will say that registration is still open. Sunday afternoon, there's a family picnic and softball game. So get your zen on building a sukkah in the morning and then go play softball. Please RSVP to Brotherhood. The game is at 1 p.m. in Woodstock, and you'll get information from Brotherhood when you reach out to Arnie Zappel. On Monday evening, Erev Sukkot, we will be hoping that all of you will engage with us for a virtual Zoom Sukkah celebration. As I said in my teaching, sit in your living room or in your dining room with your meal, sit on your deck or on your lawn or in your Sukkah, and Zoom together with us so that we can have Sukkot come alive with singing and joy. The following morning, Tuesday, September 21st, in our Sukkah on the front lawn, we will be holding our festival morning Sukkah service at 10 a.m. Ongoing learning, Hebrew trope, conversational Hebrew will resume on Wednesday after the hiatus of the Days of Awe. Next Friday, Yizkor for Sukkot will be at 7 p.m., followed by a Kabbalat Shabbat service at 7:30. Tuesday, September 28th, there will be Tat Shabbat at 5:30 p.m., weather permitting, in the front lawn, in the Sukkah. I look forward to seeing 50 of the Tats joining me, followed by Simchat Torah and Hakafot at 6 p.m., outdoors, weather permitting. In the event that we need to come indoors, we will just ask that everyone be masked and the HEPA filters will be going. Please help feed your neighbors with our activities of the Blue Fridge. Hopefully you picked up a brown paper bag during the days of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippurim. If not, just go to our website and read about our food access and food equity initiative as we partner with our neighbors who are food insecure to make sure that they have access to fresh fruits and vegetables or home-cooked meals. Read about this project, get involved. We are hoping for 100% participation. And Sisterhood is calling all of the congregation to be part of the Backpack Project. We are collecting backpacks and school supplies for children in our local community. Contact Cindy Silver to find out how you can help, or the main office, and we'll get you in touch with Cindy. It is so wonderful to be back. I am so thrilled by the faces that I am seeing here in the synagogue and for the opportunity to be connecting with all of you virtually. Page 592. The high holidays are a tender time. And I know that those who sustained a recent loss felt it so intently on the holidays. Ellie Quarterer, Amy Kirshner, Shirley Stone, Gertrude Tepper, Karen Dutkin, Thomas Snell, Joseph Horwitz, Beth Kletsky Olson, Phoebe Cohen, Martin Cantor, Ruth Levy, Edna Weissman, Ann Hershkovitz, Ruth Atkins, Kenneth Atkins, Ellen Aronson, Matthew First, Eve Bonnie Moskowitz Pardo, Dustin Leader, Michael Stewart Simon, Richard Robb, Marvin Feldman, Arthur Shapiro, Harriet Hattie Katatsky, Stephen Gutterman, Deborah Brenner, Josh Hartman, Stuart Bennis, Craig Albelli, Jeff Gold, Renee Sachs, Mary Ron Weil. And for those who died in this season in years past, whose yard sites are being observed now, Flora Bernstein, Louis Dubassar, Paula Markovitz's father, Louis Dworkin, Maureen Missner's grandfather, Shirley Fletcher, Jody and Linda Sumber remember with love. Nathan Cantor, Anita Cantor's father. Cindy Lepak, remembered by Ashley Lepak. Carl Levy, Gail Levy's father-in-law. Rose Mazur, Phyllis Wolfeld's mother. Macy Mell, Sandy Mell's blessed husband. Alfred Perilous, Rima Liscombe's beloved father. Lillian Teddy Solomon, remembered by Judith Golub. Hyman Wachtel, Pauline Simon's brother. Zichronam Livracha. 592, when I die, give what's left of me away to children and old people that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for the other walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands, by letting bodies touch bodies, and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love does not die. People do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. Together with our own loved ones, we stand remembering the martyrs of our people who left no one to say Kaddish for them. We hold them in our affirmation of life, and together with the people of every race and nation who live their lives as a blessing to humanity. 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei techo beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach, le'olam ul'almei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yit'aleh v'yit'alal. Shmei d'kudusha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol b'nei Adam v'imru amen. So I'm going to break with habit. I want to tell a joke before our closing prayer. One day, a mother buys for her grown son a gift of 2 shirts. And she gives him the 2 shirts, 2 different colors, one white, the other blue. And he takes the gift and he says, "Mom, these are fantastic. I love these. I love these so much. I'm going to go and put one on now." And he goes into his childhood bedroom. He puts on the blue shirt. He comes out, and he's showing her the blue shirt. And she says to him, "What? You didn't like the white shirt?" I tell you this because one of our beloved congregants left me a note and asked me, after we led a few days of double back-to-back services where we did the same service twice. Actually, we didn't. We changed the service. We did different beginning songs, different ending songs. As you may know, we needed to shorten our services almost in half in order to keep you safe, so that there were never too many people here in the sanctuary so we could social distance. You think you're tired? Let me just tell you, we're a little bit tired. It's a big lift to do services twice, and my dearest, dearest congregants, there were many prayers that we were not able to do in order to keep you safe. But what we did do was lift the community with your incredible hearts and your presence, virtually and in person, trying to make it as normal as possible for the holidays. Yes, I understand we left some prayers out, and that's going to always be as we try new things and do things differently. But long before Yom Kippur, Alexandra and I had already planned this Shabbat, and our plan was to end with Ein Ke'Eloheinu. So I hope that you who left me a note are watching today. Here we are, 6:26. I love you guys, and even if I only wear the blue shirt, it doesn't mean that I don't like the white shirt.
Ein Keloheinu, Ein Adonenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mi Keloheinu, Mi Adonenu, Mi Kemalkeinu, Mi Kemoshienu, Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Malkeinu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Malkeinu, Ata Moshienu.
Shabbat Shalom.